Hello and welcome to virtual Christchurch Talk to the Heart. We're in our back garden. I'm David Emmott, who many of you will know. For those of you who don't, I often lead the worship at Christchurch when we're in normal times. Now today we're not in normal times, but social distancing is a misnomer, and we're actually socially more connected in a way because we're in connection with all sorts of people, not only those who would normally physically come to church. And not only are we in connection with people locally, we're in connection with people, friends, Christians, family members all over the world, and also all those Christians throughout the ages who worship together with us in heaven. And today is Palm Sunday. It's the beginning of Holy Week, the beginning of the most solemn week in the church's life, and of course in the earthly life of Jesus. And today we celebrate his entry into Jerusalem, the day when the crowds waved branches. Let's just hear the account of that first Palm Sunday from St. Matthew. When they had come near Jerusalem and had reached Bethphage at the Mount of Olives, Jesus sent 2 disciples, saying to them, "Go into the village ahead of you, and immediately you will find a donkey tied and a colt with her. Untie them and bring them to me. If anyone says anything to you, just say this: 'The Lord needs them,' and he will send them immediately." This took place to fulfill what had been spoken through the prophet, saying, "Tell the daughter of Zion, look, your king is coming to you, humble and mounted on a donkey, and on a colt, the foal of a donkey." The disciples went and did as Jesus had directed them. They brought the donkey and the colt and put their cloaks on them, and he sat on them. A very large crowd spread their cloaks on the road, and others cut branches from the trees and spread them on the road. The crowds that went ahead of him and that followed were shouting, "Hosanna to the Son of David! Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest heaven!"
All glory, Lord, and honor to thee, Redeemer King, to whom the lips of children made sweet hosannas ring. Here are the crowds greeting Jesus at the beginning of this great week. It's a carnival atmosphere, a street party. We will have to do a lot of imagining. Let's look closer. Jesus on a donkey. He looks sombre. No wonder, because he wonders what fate has in store for him. His disciples behind him look worried too, but for the moment they are overcome by the joy of the crowds. Yet not all of them look happy. Yes, there are the children waving branches, the young lads up the trees, but some of the older men at the back look not so much worried as severe, threatening. Maybe they can sense that the mood of the crowd will soon change. Crowds, the great majority, people, that's us in fact, always want an easy way out. We want leaders who will tell us everything is going to be all right. We can't face crisis, change, uncertainty, hardship. Even if we know deep down that that is inevitable, we will still want to escape. And maybe Jesus is having second thoughts. Maybe he can turn his donkey around and slip out through this little side gate, back to his old life of teaching, preaching, and healing, away from the city and from the confrontation with the powers of the establishment. Or maybe he wants to go back even further, to give up his mission and go back to the life of a simple village carpenter. But he knows that God is calling him on, that he has to face the challenge, confront evil head on. And so the story of this week reaches its climax on the night before Good Friday.